Hello, welcome to another live broadcast of Master Investors Company. Glad to be here again with another valuable video about money, business, and investing. We are more than an investment management company. Our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple with lucrative opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. Make sure you follow us on all platforms at Master Investor. And if you have any questions, make sure you leave it down below in the comment section and we will come back and answer them for you. If you're hearing us from the podcast channel, then welcome again. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe, turn on the notifications so that you know when we go live or upload a valuable video that will change your life. Today's topic, we're going to be speaking about one of my favorites because it is the essence of what the number one job of an entrepreneur is. We talk about it all the time, and that is to raise capital from the front end, from the clients, and also the back end from the banks and private investors and other ways that I'm going to show you today. So today's theme is going to be how to invest with other people's money in real estate. Okay, and this goes with anything too, because when you're building a business online using digital assets, then you want to be learning how to raise capital using a credit card, using a loan, business loan if you have a company established, and start being comfortable with using debt. Because after 1971, as you already know, we talk about it here on our channel if you've already been listening to us, is that in 1971, President Nixon separated the gold standard from the US dollar. From that point on, money became monopoly, became fiat, became a currency, became paper money, became fake money, and just an idea backed up by confidence. So today, money is created with debt. That's why debt is tax-free. So the smartest thing a person can do when building wealth is to use debt, because you learn how to be a tax-free entity. You minimize taxes all the way to zero because you do not pay taxes on debt. So if we use debt to invest for passive income, then we can also minimize taxes with passive income. We can keep as much money as we possibly and legally can, because passive income is the best type of income of the three types that exist in order to build true wealth and minimize our number one highest expense, which is taxes. Okay, because the tax code and the rules of money are created by the rich, so to benefit the rich. And so if we learn the new rules of money, we learn how to utilize the business principles that work in all economies, then we can definitely be a tax-free entity. And that is the sophisticated way to do things when we're talking about investing. Okay, that's why when we are talking about such topic, we're going to be speaking about business, because investing is business. And so in this channel, you're going to learn how to build your asset column with real assets that produce passive income in any type of economy. As a master investor, you have to understand that the market goes up and down, and so we don't predict the market. We are prepared for any type of market. Okay, and a true master investor will always cash flow even when the economy is crashing, because at that point people are panicking, and so we see opportunity and we capitalize on that down market. Okay, and that goes for every economy that we ever confront. We will always be able to cash flow because we have assets that produce passive income. All right, and we want to show you today, by the end of this video, how to utilize other people's money, OPM, to invest for real estate. Okay, so that's the smartest thing to do, to get wealthy for free, and also it allows us to use leverage, and we can get to the velocity of money. Remember, I always talk about we need speed. On this age, there's no reason to get rich slow. If you're doing it slow, then there's something wrong. You have to be able to tap into the velocity of money. Okay, so if you go to our website, masterinvestor.education, and you go to our blog, I suggest you to do that. Subscribe to so you can get the newsletters and also read our daily blogs. You're gonna find how to invest with other people's money in real estate. Okay, let's start right now. We have talked about the importance of understanding good debt and how to put it to work for you. And rule number one of our company here at Master Investor is that we work to build passive income and make money work hard for us. That's why we say, the job number one of an entrepreneur is to raise capital and put that to work. Okay, once you have a credit card, use it to invest in an asset that produces passive income. Okay, so we are focusing on that asset column on our financial statement. In every business or investment, they also have a financial statement. And if you learn how to read your own financial statement, you will always be able to read a business or an investment financial statement, which is the key of true wealth. Okay, because you're going to be able to tell what is really an asset and what is a liability. And also you're going to be able to put your money to work in sound investments. Okay, you're going to have the ability to minimize risk. Everything comes with risk, but if you have financial education, you know how to read financial statements, and you can literally minimize the risk that comes with investing, and everything is calculated. Okay, so you always will create a win for yourself. Okay, so using other people's money, we call this OPM. Okay, when I discuss the idea of OPM, most people are on board with it and excited even about the possibilities. Why? Because you understand, like when you look at the ultra wealthy, do you really think that they pay for that private jet? Do you think that they pay for those nice cars themselves with their own hard-earned income? No, they don't. They don't work for hard-earned income. They work to build assets that produce passive income, and those assets pay for that. Okay, and how do they acquire those assets? With debt, with the bank's money. So ultimately, a truly wealthy person will always become wealthier for free. Okay, we position ourselves in the marketplace to obtain the things that we want for free and get money coming to us for free, because we are utilizing the laws and the tax code to have an advantage of using OPM, other people's money, the bank's money, debt, to minimize taxes and acquire something outside from us that's working hard to bring money into our pocket in the form of passive income. So literally we are getting rich for free, and we're using that as leverage, and we're tapping into the velocity of money, which is when we acquire an asset, we keep control over the asset even after we have recouped the initial capital invested back, and we move that cash flow from that investment that is being generated to a new cash flowing asset. Okay, whether it's in the same asset class or in a different asset class. There are 5 asset classes that exist, okay, in the investment world. And when we speak about diversification, we want you to understand to diversify among those 5 asset classes with passive income assets. Okay, very important, because 2 things people can invest on: capital gains and cash flow, aka passive income. We focus on passive income because that is the way to true wealth and total freedom. Okay, capital gains, you have to rely on the market to go up, and that is too risky because you have to pick the right thing at the right time, and you're gonna have to be praying for a while so that you can sell it at a point where the market goes up. And we don't want to be doing that. We want to be cash flowing at all times. Even when the market is up or down or sideways, we're always cash flowing. All right, so understand that right now, that your job as an entrepreneur is to learn how to use debt to invest for passive income. Whether you start with one credit card that you have, that is personal credit card, use it to acquire you a digital asset or real estate property. If you want to put down on a real estate residential property to begin with, and use that to set up an Airbnb home for tourists, and that will turn into a passive income investment. All right, so this is very exciting. I love the topic of using other people's money because it tells you that you don't need money to make passive income. You need knowledge, You need to know how to read a financial statement. You also need to know how to present the opportunity to the bank or whoever you are attempting to raise capital, right? So, but if you have the deal and you learn how to put this together, then money will find you, okay? Because it does not take money to make passive income or build true wealth. It takes knowledge, and then money will come to the right opportunity. So learn how to put the opportunity together, and then watch the money flow into your pocket and the pockets of those around you, okay? So, but when I speak about this subject, then they become intimidated by how exactly to find and use OPM, okay? This is normal for people. When we learn new ideas, our mind does its best to create reasons why the idea is wrong or it won't work. Our mind tells us things like, no one will ever give you money. You can't find good enough investments to attract OPM. Using OPM is taking too much risk. Better off just putting money into your retirement account. In reality, the hardest part of OPM is knowing how to find the right real estate investment to attract money. But even that isn't difficult if you take time to learn how to do it. Once you have the right property, securing OPM becomes quite easy. If you know where to look, and when you begin to build your real estate portfolio and a track record of success, it gets even easier. Below are 6 solid sources of OPM you can put to work for you and your real estate investment. Number 1, banks. This one should be obvious. If you own a house, you know what it's like to go to the bank and apply for a mortgage. Most people don't think of it this way, but a mortgage is a form of OPM. Generally, with a single family home, a bank will cover up to 80% of a home's value. You, as a purchaser, would pony up the other 20%. This isn't always the case, however, for the first-time homeowners, an FHA loan can cover up to 97% of the purchase price, with the buyer only having to contribute the other 3%. Of course, there are stipulations on this, such as you have to live in the home for a certain number of years before you can rent it out. When it comes to real estate investing, when a property gets to a certain size, it no longer is viewed as a residential property, but instead as a commercial property. This means that any bank looking to make a loan will base the loan criteria on the operating income of the property, not on the market value, like they do for a home. Often, if you can make the business case for a loan to cover not only a portion of the purchase price, but also for the execution of the business plan to grow the property's value, you can fund a lot of your capital cost with the bank's money. Banks are notoriously conservative. So if you are looking to have little to no money in a deal, a bank might not be your best option, but it can be a good place to start. OPM for real estate. Number 2, private lenders. While banks are generally public institutions that have high regulatory requirements, you can work with private lenders and equity firms that are willing to invest in real estate. This could be angel funds, investment groups, and more. You'll be surprised how many institutions are out there with the sole purpose of finding good investments to pour money into. You can find these lenders by either asking other investors you know, or by doing some searches on the internet, where you can find things like private lender associations. These loans can be a bit more expensive with higher interest rates, so weigh your options. OPM for real estate. Number 3, seller carryback. A seller carryback is where the seller of a property acts as a lender. There are a number of reasons why a seller might do this. Perhaps they are tired of the work required to operate a piece of property, or maybe they are looking for a steady return by collecting set interest on their money rather than rely on rental income ups and downs. Because a seller carryback is a private transaction, there are many options, and it just depends on your negotiation skills. The seller could finance all or part of the property. The rate could be at market, or it could be higher than market depending on risk. The seller could participate in part of the profit in exchange for a lower rate and you doing the work and management to execute the business plan. The options are nearly limitless. You never know if a seller will be willing to carry back, but as with all things, it never hurts to ask. OPM for real estate number 4, investors. If you have a good investment property, it will be easy to line up private investors who will want to provide the equity money for the property. This is often how you can raise the money for the percentage of the purchase price that a bank will require you to pay. So for instance, if you are buying a fourplex and the bank requires you to put 25% down, you will use private lenders to raise most or all of the equity money needed for the 25%. This means you need to put together a solid investment prospectus that shows the potential of return for the investors. Ideally, you have done that for the bank as well, so they should be ready to shop. This is how Master Investor Company does its deals, and we are growing our portfolio from one apartment building to thousands of units in multiple states. OPM for real estate number 5, government tax credits. If you are interested in investing in properties that the government subsidizes, like affordable housing, you can utilize a slew of tax credits to help fund your real estate investments. Here are 2 explained by Pakistans. You can find the link on our blog. Rehabilitation credit. Investors who have properties related to gentrification may get some relief from the rehabilitation tax credit. This one is designed to encourage developers to renovate, restore, and reconstruct older buildings. It applies to structures initially put into service before 1936, offering a 10% credit. If a building is classified as historic in the tax year in question, it may qualify for a 20% tax credit. Freddie Mac tax exempt loan. The government offers tax exemptions in order to encourage certain behaviors. Municipal bonds can be exempt from taxes on interest earned, as can some loans issued by the federal government. The government allows certain loans to be exempt through Freddie Mac. The government kicked off a Freddie Mac tax-exempt loan program designed to help multifamily property owners. This program applies specifically to those purchasing, refinancing, or renovating an affordable housing property. It provides financing with 4% low-income housing tax credits, referred to as LIHTCs. These types of investments require a high level of financial intelligence, so you don't want to just jump in. But if you do the work to become a pro, you can make a very good living. Additionally, you can find tax credits for building or retrofitting properties with environmentally friendly enhancements. It varies from marketing to market, so do your homework and see what you can get. OPM for real estate number 6, cash flow on operations. This is where things get very fun and why I believe real estate is one of the best ways to accelerate the velocity of your money. Once you have a good real estate investment property and a plan for growing its value, you can utilize that property itself as a means to generate cash out of thin air for other real estate deals. I hit on this in Money Myth and how to really get rich in real estate in 3 simple steps. You can find that blog on our main website. When I talk about how to improve a property for greater cash flow and value. As an example, what we do with our partners is find apartment buildings that underperform, because the value of commercial real estate asset like an apartment is based off the net operating income after expenses. Any opportunity to increase NOI is an opportunity to see a healthy return. For our team, a variety of factors can help with this. For instance, the current landlord could be renting units well below market rates. Turning those units and raising the rent could dramatically increase NOI. Or perhaps retrofitting units with washers and dryers as well as cosmetic facelift could increase rent by anywhere from $25 to $50 a month. Multiply that by hundreds of units and you will see a lot of lift in income. Since the bank values a property on the net operating income, not on market value, a lift in income is a sizable lift in value. You can use this higher value to do a refinance, pull money out of a property tax-free, and then redeploy it into another real estate investment. Continuing the cycle over and over again over many years spontaneously grows your portfolio and your wealth. And it is all done with OPM, other people's money. So, as we discussed, job number one of an entrepreneur is to raise capital. You have 6 ways that I talked about in this video blog that you can utilize and learn how to master more than one and start raising capital to build your portfolio on real estate with cash flowing assets. And of course, you can do the same method to acquire digital assets. So if you have a credit card, you can go ahead and launch your business online, which you have no overhead, right? So sometimes I suggest people, depending on what you want to do and how fast you want to get to that passive income, if you don't have any assets on your asset column, then maybe look into doing something online, because you can start making passive income today within 24 hours. You just have to connect the systems to your name, to you, and make them work hard for you. Of course, I always suggest to do things on their company. So if you don't have a company, incorporate a company, make sure it's on the right state. Go to our website and find out one of the courses that can help you decide how to incorporate your company. We can help you with that too, because each state has its own pros and cons, and there are some states that are better than others when we're talking about incorporating your company for asset protection and so forth. So you want to be thinking ahead. You don't want to be cheap. You want to be actually doing the things correctly from the beginning, so that you protect yourself and you don't regret anything that you are building today because somebody else came down the line and took it from you. Okay? You want to protect your assets. You want to minimize taxes, and you want to build true wealth with real assets that put passive income by using OPM. So you get rich for free, you're learning how to manage debt, and you're tapping into the velocity of money, which is the way to do it. If you want to get wealthy fast, you want to be doing OPM, okay? Learning how to use OPM and OPT, other people's time, is the best way that one person can get rich today, okay? You can do it. We are doing it here at Master Investor. Our partners are doing it. And I believe that if you're watching this or you're listening to this podcast, you can also do it. Get to work, and remember, rule number one of our company here and community at Master Investor is to work to build passive income and make money work hard for us. And remember, it does not take money to make money. It takes knowledge. Knowledge is the new money. And after 1971, President Nixon separated the gold standard from the US dollar. From that point on, money became monopoly, became fiat, became a currency, became paper money, became fake, became just an idea backed up by confidence. In other words, money is created with debt, and that's why debt is tax-free. So use debt to invest for passive income. That's the message of today, and make sure you go to our website, masterinvestor.education. Find yourself a course, read one of our ebooks. I recommend the 10 New Rules of Money. We also have it on Amazon, but if you get it from our website, you'll have additional VIP benefits that comes with doing business straight from our website, because we're going to be adding more things to that course, and therefore you will always have access to it regardless of the price that you paid today. Okay, so you can also read how to build cash flow with the internet. It has over 500 pages of financial education and a step-by-step guide to show you how to build cash flow with the internet today, and if you have an existing business, how to scale that to the next level. All right, remember, true wealth comes from the ability to read financial statements. So if you want to learn about your own financial statement, you can go to our website, download a financial statement that we have created for you is blank, and you just have to download it, fill it out, and figure out how you earn your money today. What are your expenses? What are your assets and liabilities, and what is your cash flow, and how does it flow in your financial statement, so that we can improve it. Okay, if you have no assets, that's okay, you still have a financial statement. Plug it all in and you'll be able to see the picture of how you are financially today and how you can get to the next level by understanding your financial statement. All right, so with that being said, I'm going to talk to you on the next broadcast. Thank you for watching, and of course listening to this amazing video and podcast. And make sure you subscribe, follow us on all platforms, leave me a question below, and let me know about any feedback that you want to share with us here at Master Investor. I hope to see you in one of our inner circle, and talk to you next time, bringing you the good and bad news of money, the business principles at work in other economies. Bye for now.